Hey traders, welcome back. Today I will teach you all you need to know about the MACD strategy. It's one of the best indicators in the trading game, and with the MACD, or the Moving Average Convergence Divergence, you can quickly identify profitable trends in the market. First, I will break down all the components of the MACD, and then we'll get into exactly how you can be using the indicator today, finishing with how to make the MACD even better by combining it with other variables and indicators. Stick around to the end of the video and I gave you an added bonus. I included charts and trade examples of where this strategy has worked in the past. Stay tuned and let's get right to the video. First up, let's break down the MACD. To do this in a fun way, I will be using basketball terminology. You guys know I'm a big Heat fan, so let's get to the action. First, how does the MACD work? Think of it like this. We have four key players on the court: the MACD line, the signal line, the histogram, and the zero line. The standard MACD is a 12-day exponential moving average, less the 26-day exponential moving average, the dark blue line you can see here. Closing prices are used to form the MACD's moving average. The yellow line that we see here is the 9-day EMA of the MACD and is plotted alongside to act as a signal line to identify turns in the indicator. Think of the MACD as the offense, moving fast and leading the charge. The signal line is like the defense, following the action. When these two cross over, the game changes, showing us potential fast break scoring opportunities, like this dunk. Now let's talk about the histogram. The histogram are where things heat up. It measures the gap between the offense and the defense, showing us the strength of the momentum. Green means go and red means stop. It's that simple. The more significant the bars, the bigger the play and the bigger the momentum, and that is what we're looking for. But here's where my experience as a trader can help you bend your learning curve. Using the MACD alone is like playing with half your team or letting one player shoot every shot. Sometimes it fakes out and showing you signals in a chopping market, but that's where the MACD strategy needs a boost. Enter the 9 EMA, the quick-footed point guard that helps us catch the market's mood, showing whether we're in a bull push or a bear slide. It's a fast-moving indicator and keeps us on the momentum side. It's moving average that weighs the recent action more than the other price. As you can see, the light blue line is the 9 EMA here, and it's going to tell us exactly what's going on. It's like when the coach is drawing up a play in the huddle for a specific game. Now for the ultimate play, we team up the big three of our team: the MACD, the ATR, and the 9 EMA. The ATR, the average true range, is our scout in the game, sizing up the market's volatility, letting us know if there's enough action for a solid run. Using these variables together, they form our dream team strategy. We pinpoint with the MACD to see where the momentum shifts, then check whether we're on a momentum push using the 9 EMA. Lastly, checking to see if the volatility gives us the green light to execute. Now let's get into the gold in this video as we take a look into the charts, and let's actually run the game plan. We move when the MACD crosses the signal line. As you see here in NVIDIA, the stock is above the 9 EMA and the ATR confirms the momentum. It's not just a fake out. You can see the ATR climbing, and timing is everything in the market, so this is why we combine the variables. Here are two examples of where where the MACD strategy has worked in the past. I will walk you through a couple of trades, so let's roll into some highlights and check out these charts where the MACD strategy has nailed it in the past. Notice the setups, the breakouts, and the exits. Let's get right to it. First up, Advanced Micro Devices, AMD, between June and November 2023. If you want to take a look at the charts, let's see what they point to. All right, so as we can see here in AMD, we had a big long uptrend followed by a downtrend. You can see it also in the MACD, and a lot of the histogram here is red. Another thing that you're seeing is the average true range declining. And if you want, you can do all types of different things, right? You can draw like a trend line. Feel free to draw trend lines. They'll help you find the turn in the average true range also. So as the stock approached here and finally gets a big pop day over the 105 range, this is when we start to see the crossover. As we can see here, we get our crossover signal and now are actually starting to make the move above the zero line. That's really what we're looking for. Now we're getting that move with what? Well, you guys see the histogram really starting to increase, and the average true range has now started to increase versus on that decrease trend. This gives me the signal that this move could be a real breakout, and now I can come after AMD. Let's say I got in there somewhere in the 105s or 106 towards the 110. Now I can ride the buy signal for as long as the blue line extends away from the yellow line. Another thing to kind of look for is more expansion away from the yellow line, then coming back towards that 9 EMA. And the price action above the 9 EMA gives me the green light also. This is why we combine variables, and it's also going to tell us when do we need to also sell. As we can see, eventually what do? We eventually get all the way up to the top and keep grinding higher, with the crossover not happening back down, back below the zero line until all the way here. That's crazy to think about here. As you can see, that expansion was going higher. Once we start to see the crossover come back over, that's when you're going to determine if this is your time to sell. One of the things that would have told me maybe to sell towards the 125s is it's a known resistance, right? Looking to the left. Another thing is the crossover happening from green to red in the momentum, and the ATR is starting to decrease here, telling me that we could be slowing down the recent trend. So this was AMD. Let's take a look at another chart here. Let's go to MARA. MARA is a really interesting chart. We're going to scroll back here to when this stock was trying to break out off the Bitcoin news, right? So the stock, you can see the big green bar as this was coming up, and then a nice decline. Now we're gonna get this nice pop right back to the upside. Similar thing here with the average true range declining. We're gonna look for the increase here as the crossover happens. So you can see here as we draw our trend line here for the ATR, and you could draw it whichever way you want. You don't have to be too precise. But that's our signal that gives us the okay on the ATR. Then the MACD gives us a nice crossover, right? And the green is starting to cross that zero line. This is exactly what we want to see when we're looking to get in on these trades. You see how I'm running through the multiple variables. What's the one variable that we also want to check? Well, the 9 EMA. And you can see that the price action starts to hold above that 9 EMA, which is that light blue line that you see here. That's going to give us a real potential to catch a big move here. Look at the expansion and how it's moving away from the yellow line here, and the histogram is getting bigger without showing the downturn towards the red. And another nice sign, of course, is the increase in ATR as we expand on this big move. This is exactly what we're looking for when we're trading the MACD strategy. Really, nothing compares like combining variables to create a proper trading system. But like always, do your due diligence to see if this strategy matches your trading personality and goals. Like always, like and subscribe to see my next trading strategy video, which of course will be right here only on TDR.